Hello bookworms! Today I'm going to be doing my first news and stuff video of 2018! So welcome to the new year, welcome to a lot of news that I have not yet reported on. Hopefully you're looking forward to these things too. I decided that in the beginning right now I'm going to go through all of the Harry Potter news because there was actually a lot of it and I feel like it would be fun just to have like a Harry Potter section of the video because why not? So the first news, which I am like by far the most excited about, and I think everybody else probably is if you haven't heard it yet, Bloomsbury announced that they are going to be making house editions of The Chamber of Secrets, which is the second book in the Harry Potter series. So we got those really cool 20th anniversary editions of the first book last June, and now this June we're going to be getting the second book. They're going to be doing the paperback versions and the hardcover versions yet again. I can't decide what I'm going to do, if I'm going to buy all 8 again or if I should just stick with the Ravenclaw versions because I am buying paperback and hardback and I already have so many copies of Harry Potter. So we'll see what I do, but I'm really glad that they're going to be doing it. And along with that announcement, they also said that they will be releasing the remaining 5 books in the house editions as well. So that's pretty cool. The next bit of news is something that is specific to the wizarding world of Harry Potter. There's only been like 5 chocolate frog cards. There's the house founders and there's Dumbledore, but they just announced that they are releasing 2 more chocolate frog cards into the line. So now I have more to collect because I'll take any excuse to buy a chocolate frog. The first person that they're putting on a card is, can't totally say his name, so don't make fun of me, but it's like Heingeist of Woodcraft. He's the wizard that is responsible for founding Hogsmeade, so that's pretty cool. And then the other card that they're introducing is for Bertie Bott, who, as you know, invented every flavor beans. So now I need to like go back down there so that I can get more chocolate frogs. Danielle Nicole also released a line of Harry Potter handbags. I particularly like the house edition clutches. I think it's really cute how it has the tie and it looks like the robes, but it's a clutch. This is probably the second most exciting thing to me besides the Chamber of Secrets house editions. Warner Brothers is actually teaming up with Portkey, and so you know how they're going to be releasing that Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them game that's going to be kind of similar to Pokemon Go. They're also going to be doing another game, and this is the game that I am most excited about. It is a Harry Potter role-playing game, so it's going to be an RPG where you will get to live out your life as a Hogwarts student from years 1 through 7. And the name of the game is Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery, so I am so excited because I think it's like everyone's dream to be able to go to Hogwarts and to live out those years, and I just cannot even imagine how much time I'm going to be sinking into this game once it comes out. Next, I'm really excited that Funko is going to be releasing Quidditch versions of both Ron and Ginny Weasley, and they're supposed to be coming. The release date just said 2018 because it was actually announced in December. I'm imagining that's going to be happening kind of soon. Hi, Kristen from the future here. I filmed my news video a little bit early. I didn't get it out on the day that I wanted to, and since then there have been 2 more Harry Potter things that have happened, and I felt like I could not post this video without adding these to it. So first of all, and probably rivaling the most exciting news of the Chamber of Secrets being released, is that Scholastic has announced that they are going to be releasing a new 20th anniversary edition of all of the Harry Potter books, and the covers are going to be illustrated by Brian Selznick. I am pretty much dying over this news. As soon as I heard it, I was just like, what? I need this now. Sadly, once they released the news, they didn't release any of the images of the covers, but I am so excited to see what it is that's coming. For those who don't know, Brian Selznick is the illustrator of The Invention of Hugo Cabret and Wonderstruck and The Marvels, and all 3 of those have been so beautifully illustrated. I think that they're also actually published by Scholastic, so I wonder if that's how that happened, but I'm so eager to see these new covers. I just cannot wait. I think they're going to be amazing, and now there is yet another set of Harry Potter books that I'm going to need to buy and add to my collection, so yeah. The other thing that's happened is that game that I had previously talked about, Hogwarts Mystery. Warner Brothers and Portkey Games just released a trailer for it, and it starts off with the Harry Potter music. Then there's an owl flying through the skies and it says your letter has finally arrived, and it just makes me so happy. And they show footage of a student picking out his wand and Ollivander's, and then you also see some of the teachers like Snape and McGonagall, and they're dressed the same way. They look exactly like they do in the films. And then there's also a scene where some students are doing like battle magic, like duels against each other, and I just cannot wait to play that game. It looks really good, so if you haven't seen the trailer, you should go and look at it because it's gonna be so great. Then there are some new book deals that are happening, and the one that I am most excited about is that Cassandra Clare announced a new series. It's a high fantasy duology that she's going to be publishing with Del Rey Books, and it's the first set of books that is not set within the Shadowhunter world. The first book is called Swordcatcher, and it's coming in 2021, and it's about a young man who is raised as the body double for an unworthy prince and a girl who is destined to change the world, so that definitely already has me hooked just from that description. And then on top of that, this book series is being edited by Anne Growell, who actually edits George R.R. Martin's books and Naomi Novik's books, so I have like super high hopes for this one because I feel like Cassandra Clare's writing just keeps getting better and better and better with each book, and I'm also really excited to see what she develops outside of the world that we're so familiar with her writing in. I just wish it wasn't so far away. Next, okay, so Mackenzie Lee is going to be writing a 3-book historical series that are all based on different anti-heroes within the Marvel universe, and the first book is focusing on Loki, and I'm so excited. That one's going to be coming out in the spring of 2019, and I believe Loki is bisexual in it, and I just cannot wait to read about Loki because he is like forever one of my favorite characters within the Marvel universe. Admittedly, I like him much better in the Marvel Cinematic world than I do in like the Thor comics, but I just cannot wait to see what Mackenzie Lee does because oh my gosh, The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue was so good. Alexandra Bracken also announced a new book. This one is called The Darkest Legacy, and it is a standalone novel that takes place within the Darkest Minds universe. I believe it follows Zoo right before her 18th birthday. It's a standalone novel, and it's going to be a self-contained story, so you don't technically have to read the Darkest Minds trilogy in order to read and enjoy this book, but I would imagine it would probably help because Zoo is one of the main characters in the Darkest Minds. And this book's coming out on August 7th of 2018. Brandon Sanderson is also writing a new novel, and the title is going to be Skyward. It is about a girl and her starfighter, and this one is coming on November 6th of 2018. I'm pretty excited about this one. So this one is actually a YA sci-fi novel, and the reason that I'm so excited for it is because his inspiration for it was all of like the old fantasy books that were like The Boy and His Dragon, but this one he's making the girl and her starfighter, and it just sounds like it's going to be so cool. Then there's going to be a new documentary series that is going to be available to stream on online platforms, but they haven't said exactly which ones just yet. This documentary is going to explore the friendship between J.R.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis, which I think will be super interesting. I'm so happy that there's going to be so many like Tolkien things that are happening this year between that, and then they're also doing the biopic. This is going to be, I believe, 5 50-minute episodes. It's called A Hobbit, A Wardrobe, and a Great War, and this one's coming on November 11th of 2018. Actually, while I'm talking about Lord of the Rings, Funko is also coming out with some new Lord of the Rings Funkos. There are Funkos now for Merry, Pippin, Aragorn, and Treebeard, which I'm really excited for because the Treebeard one is going to be like one of the larger ones, kind of like how Smaug is. I just know that I'm going to put them all around our apartment and just constantly say, we have decided you are not an orc. Andrew and I say that like all the time. Then we got a cover reveal for Gail Forman's new book. It's pretty. It's like kind of watercolory, but it's nothing like spectacular, but I am excited to read the book. We also got the cover for Catwoman Soul Stealer by Sarah J. Maas, and this reminds me that I desperately need to read Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo because I loved Batman by Marie Lu so much, and I really feel like I'm gonna enjoy Wonder Woman as well. We also got a cover for The Towering Sky by Catherine McGee. This is the third and final book in the Thousandth Floor trilogy, and this one is gold. And it's very pretty, and I also still have to read that second book. We also got a cover reveal for Claire Legrand's new novel, Furyborn. This one's coming out in May. A lot of people already have their hands on it. I really want to read it. It's been getting so much hype, and so many bloggers that I follow really loved it, so I'm like pretty excited to check it out, and I really love the cover. I'm always here for more fantasy. We also got a cover reveal for Defy the Worlds by Claudia Gray. They went with a cover change on this one. Now there's people on it, and I don't like it as much as I liked the original cover, but I don't think that it's bad. Like, I think it's fine. I just liked the first one better. And then another cover reveal slash cover change was for Smoke in the Sun by Renee Ahdieh. I actually really like the new covers. Some people have been complaining about them, which obviously always happens because you can't please everyone, but I really like the cherry blossoms on them. I think that they're really pretty, and I like the colors that they chose for both of them. You guys know how excited I have been about the Sabrina the Teenage Witch spinoff that's happening from Riverdale, and that is going to be adapted on Netflix, which is interesting because obviously we just assumed that it was going to be on the CW because Riverdale's on the CW. It already has a 2-season order with 20 episodes, and they actually just cast the main actress who's going to be playing Sabrina, and of course her name is escaping my mind at the moment. Netflix is also going to be adapting Old Man's War by John Scalzi, which is a sci-fi book that I read like years ago when I first met Andrew. One of his friends lent him a mass market paperback version of that book, and I happened to finish reading a book when I was at his apartment, and I was like, oh no, I don't have anything to read, so I just took that one off of his dresser and read it, and I ended up enjoying it, so I'm pretty excited about that. Turtles All the Way Down by John Green also got optioned for film, which I think everybody probably saw that coming. It's going to be produced by Temple Hill, who has pretty much produced every single YA adaptation like ever. There's also a Ready Player One sequel that's in the works, and I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I feel like it's not really necessary for how the story ended, but I am curious to see what else Ernest Cline is planning on doing with the world since he wants to revisit it. I will definitely read it because I liked Ready Player One. Kind of has to be called Ready Player Two, in my opinion. I think that's like the best title for it. And then speaking of Ready Player One, we also got a poster for the movie, and I've seen other people saying this too, but as soon as I saw it, I was just like, why is this leg that long? Like, no one's legs are that long. That just, who photoshopped this? It just doesn't look right. I don't know why they went with that for the movie poster. Is so weird to me. Such a strange choice. A Long Way Down by Jason Reynolds is also being adapted. It's going to be adapted by Universal by John Legend and Michael DeLuca. That book I read and I didn't really love it. Like, I thought it was such an interesting concept, but I just didn't love the book, so I'm hoping that the movie will be better. The Serpent King by Jeff Zentner also got optioned for film. This is another contemporary that I am being reminded now that I need to read because one of the characters is a fashion blogger and I'm all about that. Krypton, which is the new prequel series to like the Superman world, is going to be premiering on the Sci-Fi Channel, and we got the premiere date. It's going to be on Wednesday, March 21st. And then March 30th, I am very much looking forward to the second season of A Series of Unfortunate Events. I loved the first season, so if you have not yet binged that on Netflix, I would highly recommend doing so because it's so dark and like sad, but also really good. And Neil Patrick Harris is awesome, and the actors that play the Baudelaires are phenomenal, and I love all of like the cameos and stuff that they have from other people. And then 2 more bits of news, which are like kind of silly-ish news, or one is, but this is the silly one. So at Disney, if you've ever been to Disney World, they have an Ample Hills Creamery, which is an amazing ice cream place that we also have here in New York that originated in Brooklyn, but they are actually going to be having some Star Wars ice cream now. I cannot wait to go back down there and try some. There are 3 that they're introducing. There is the First Order, the Resistance, and the Force. And then this last bit of news is pretty exciting for any of my fellow anime fans that are out there. Amazon has announced the end of Anime Strike. If you had Amazon Prime, you were able to also sign up for Amazon Strike, which was their catalog of anime that they had available to stream. It was super annoying because you're already paying a yearly membership in order to have Amazon Prime, and then to have to pay another like $5 or $6 or something, however much it was per month or per year, because I didn't have it, so I don't know. That was like super annoying, but they decided to end that streaming service and they moved all of their anime selections back to Prime streaming, so now there are more options of things to watch. So I think those are all of the bits of news that I'm going to be talking about today. Let me know if you are excited about any of the things that I mentioned, or let me know about anything that I may have missed, because I know I've been trying to recap news from like December, and I'm going to be doing more news videos since you guys like them so much. I'm very excited to film them. That's all that I have for this video, and I will see you guys soon in a new one. Bye!